You all want to intimidate people from doing the right thing, and you think that you're going to intimidate me.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis standing by her decision to indict President Donald Trump and others in a Fulton County election interference case. We break down her testimony today before a Senate State Committee. That's where we start tonight. Thanks so much for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis answering questions during the hearing at the state capitol today. It's the first time she's answered questions publicly since her election interference case was dropped. This highly anticipated testimony comes as senators repeatedly ask for Willis to appear and give more information on her office's decision to prosecute President Donald Trump and 18 others. The case has since been dismissed, but senators continue to have questions about her conduct. We have team coverage on this testimony for you tonight. Our Zach Merchant is looking at what, if anything, could happen after DA Willis is testifying. But first, we want to get you out to 11 Alive's Doug Richards. And Doug, you witnessed this testimony firsthand there. What can you tell us?
Well, Willis indicated, first of all, that she had few, if any, regrets about her decision to take the Trump case to a grand jury and get indictments on RICO and other charges, and kind of indicated that if she had to make that decision again, she'd do the same thing. Willis showed up at the state capitol today in a white coat with an entourage of supporters. She was here to answer hard questions for the first time since the Trump case blew apart. She faced questioning from a Republican state senator who happens to be running next year for lieutenant governor, and she defended Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor with whom she had a personal relationship, the revelation of which was the beginning of the end of Fulton County's case against Trump. There was a lot of back and forth that sounded kind of like this.
I don't trust you. I understand you're trying to run for lieutenant governor right now. Anything you want me to testify to, I'm going to need to see.
Okay.
It made sense to me that you'd come to the best prosecutor in the state to ask for some advice, but I'm confused as to how this assists you and what the purpose of me being here is.
The committee has a broad purpose. I'd be happy to refer to council as to the overall purpose of the committee, but my question for you is, as it relates to
I don't think it's
travel,
relevant, so I'm objecting on relevance.
Willis told the committee that she hired Wade because her own office prosecutors faced a huge backlog of criminal cases left over from the previous Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard. Willis's attorney, former Democratic Governor Roy Barnes, revealed that he had turned down the special prosecutor position because it didn't pay enough. Willis took no questions from reporters, but Barnes contended that any special prosecutor, whether it was Wade or somebody else, would have had a target on their back just for taking on such a highly charged case as the one that Fulton County presented against the then former president and his co-defendants. We are live at the Capitol tonight. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Okay, Doug, thank you so much for breaking that down for us. A lot of eyeballs on this hearing today, including President Trump's attorney, Steve Sadow, who reacted to Willis's testimony with a few questions of his own. In this post on X, he asked why Willis was not questioned more about when the relationship with Nathan Wade, her special prosecutor, began, among others. But now that this testimony is over, many are wondering what is next here. Our team coverage of DA Willis's testimony continues with our Zach Merchant, my co-anchor of the Georgia Vote. Zach joining us live now from the newsroom. Zach, so many questions here. We were talking about this before the show, but what risk could DA Willis face from the state legislature?
There's some open questions, some unresolved questions over just how much power, if any, the state legislature has to punish an elected official, particularly an elected district attorney. But that should not undercut the importance of today's hearing. Emory Law School professor John Acevedo today noted that anytime a witness gives sworn testimony, which is what DA Fani Willis did today, their words carry legal significance. And in cases like this one, where there has been lots of prior testimony, those hazards can be compounded.
In her case, she has testified on many of these subjects before the other courts, before the trial court, when she was trying to not be recused, before the state Supreme Court. So she is at risk if she contradicts herself here, that she may have either perjured herself before the Senate or before a previous court.
Now, to be very clear, Acevedo is not in any way saying that any perjury was committed today, but he is underscoring the challenges witnesses face when they give sworn testimony, particularly when they do so repeatedly over the course of many months. And in a highly political saga like this one, it is likely Senate staff, they're going to be closely reviewing the testimony given today, comparing it to the DA's past statements. Faith, this is the latest step in this ongoing multi-month, multi-year saga. Probably not the last we hear of it either.
Probably not the last. And I wonder when the DA will like to sit down. DA Willis, we'd love to talk to you once all of this is over. You can watch all of the district attorney's testimony right now on 11 Alive Plus. You can download it to your TV and stream for free.